I called United Way for help. And, you know, I'm not getting ready to cry. It just really makes a difference. And I'm just so delighted to know that God has put us together for me and United Way to impact people like they've impacted me personally when my husband left, you know? So yeah, because they were able to get something for my baby for Christmas. Well, hello. My name is Kim Ceasar. I'm the founder and executive director of Soaring as Eagles Outreach Ministry. We are on a mission to empower families of Title I schools through personal, educational, emotional, and professional development.
My name is Genna Wirth, and I am the executive director of VOYAGE. The mission of VOYAGE is to connect underserved youth with pathways to success, and we were actually formerly known as the Blue Ribbon Commission on the Prevention of Youth Violence, which was started underneath the United Way of the Cape Fear area as a commission to address the prevalent youth gun and gang violence in the north side of Wilmington, also known as the Youth Enrichment Zone. So it's been incredible being a partner of the United Way. They've seen us from our inception all the way to the great impact that we've been able to expand and make in our community, and we would not have been able to make the great impact that we have without United Way really being there at our roots and consistently coming along with us as a partner throughout our last 10 years of operations in the north side of Wilmington.
Hello, I'm Olivia Dawson. I am the mayor of the town of Burgaw, also the director of tourism for Pender County and the co-chair of the Pender County Long-Term Recovery Group.
My name is Andy Jones. I'm the CEO of Warm NC. We're a local nonprofit construction company here in the Wilmington area. We cover 7 counties, 4 of which overlap with United Way of Cape Fear, and so we are so grateful for their partnership and all the ways that they plug into our community, specifically thinking about after the storms and just the ways that the United Way has helped to create as well as support as a fiscal agent or fiscal sponsor for 4 LTRGs in our area, 4 long-term recovery groups, 1 in each county.
So the Pender Long-Term Recovery Group was established right after Florence. Its primary focus is to help with after a disaster. It could be anything from a hurricane to a tornado, so whether it's a natural disaster or a man-made disaster. It could be a fire, it could be anything, chemical spills, anything that is considered a disaster. The Long-Term Recovery Group pulls all of our nonprofits, partners, resources together so that we can assist citizens in their time of need. Right during Florence and right after Florence, United Way was very impactful with providing resources and connecting their partner organization and again providing assistance to better the community or help us in the time of need. And then since then has been a really strong partner in keeping our organization going and still working on long-term recovery of those that were affected by the disaster. It's been really nice having them really by our side through all of this. Because of United Way, we have really built a big, strong partnership that our long-term recovery group stands on today and is a part of today.
United Way Cape Fear, they get in touch with local businesses, and they are able to tap into employee giving campaigns and things like that. And those are great ways to help the community give back to the community. So they're a resource to pull those funds together and then redistribute those to organizations. And so we're able to leverage funds in that regard, as well as making connections with larger funders.
We've just recently received our biggest contribution from United Way, and it was just a pleasure to get the phone call. That is actually for our STEAM program, which is Inspired Minds. It's for middle schoolers and high schoolers to expose them to science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, in addition to giving exposure to colleges. So they can see something other than New Hanover County. They can see something other than their local community. They can see people that look like them making successful career decisions.
Due to this continuous support of agencies such as the United Way, we've even been able to expand outside of the youth enrichment zone to make impact in other areas of New Hanover County as well. It really depends on the sustainability of funders and the continuous support of our organization, but not just the funding piece, it's that involvement, that connection piece that the United Way provides as well. That is so important. I know that not only can I rely on the United Way to get us connected with the partners that will help us to create synergy and accomplishing our mission, but I also know that I can call on people like Chris or Tommy whenever I need and bounce ideas off of them, get advice, and get their input on how we can make a better impact and a longer lasting impact on our community.
I've just recently become the CEO. I like to say that I have grown up within the WARM organization. As the organization has grown and expanded, I have grown in my roles across the organization. And when I was named CEO earlier this year, one of the first persons I reached out to was Tommy, just to ask him, what are some things in your career that you wish you had known earlier? And I know that he has, with the food bank and with United Way, kind of grown up with those organizations as well. And so he became a resource for me personally, as well as just the ways that United Way gives back to all of the other organizations. We have a personal connection with the staff that are here, and they are all dedicated to giving back to our community.
5 or 6 years ago, organizations came together through the Northside Health and Wellbeing Committee, partnerships with the hospital, and other local organizations such as Dreams, the Boys and Girls Club, Med North, many of whom are funded by the United Way, came together to try to see what did the community want to see related to health and well-being. And one of those pieces were the fact that our local community park, Portia Hines Park, lacked the resources necessary to be a healthy, safe, and an environment that encouraged physical exercise. And what I mean by that is it lacked running water, restrooms, and working lights, meaning that caused a safety issue in the evening times when our students wanted to be active playing basketball. It lacked the safety measures or health measures in terms of our elderly being able to walk around the park and have access to fresh water. And it also lacked safety measures in terms of having restrooms, because many of our neighborhood kids would go to neighbors or strangers' houses and knock on their doors to ask to use the bathroom when they wanted to play at the park. And so our youth leaders, a program that was partially funded by United Way, collaborated with this committee to canvass the community, get their input, and understand the process of advocating on the community's behalf to our local government agencies and decision makers. And after a couple of meetings with them presenting to City Council members, City Council allocated about $730,000 to the park improvements at Portia Hines Park. And we got to see those youth go from 14, 15 years old to being 20, 21 and coming back for the ribbon cutting of those park improvements. United Way isn't only supporting our organizations and empowering us to have a voice and a spot at the table, but they're empowering our youth and our community members to contribute to that impact as well.
The United Way has been a very big supporter, contributor, partner organization as the Long-Term Recovery Group began. So it has been, we've always been side by side working with other organizations such as Red Cross, Pender, Christian Services, all of our churches, all of our nonprofits. They have just always been there to help serve and help see all of us through, providing, if not in monetary ways, then they've been there to help connect us with those other resources in our communities.
Another way that the United Way supports both financially and in creating a network is through funding collaborative programs. One way that this collaboration was really impactful for our students is that we could refer our students to organizations that we knew had a similar vision, had a similar value system in serving our students of similar demographics, and there were crossover between our students. So we were able to create a bigger network of positive adult role models for our kids. For our Voyagers, we were able to refer them over to Dreams if they were interested in arts, refer them over to Kids Making It for some woodworking and trade skills, as well as communities in schools that were actually in the schools at that time where Voyage had not yet gotten into the schools. And so that collaboration helped us to provide that wraparound, well-rounded approach at empowering our youth.
I just love the fact that they genuinely care, because that's a heart matter, not just a money matter. They make my life easier, and I appreciate that. United Way
is here.
for Cape Fear.